learning on the run, and so I think everybody's pretty much assimilated the way Greg does things offensively. We do have a quarterback that's returning, and this is probably one of our more experienced offensive groups coming back, with still obviously some things to get resolved, but hopefully it's a more fluid operation, more productive operation than we've had over the last 2 years, and I think it will be. You have a lot of different players at different levels, and so you have redshirt players that haven't been on the game field yet. Expectations for those guys aren't necessarily the same as a guy who has been a one-year starter. And the first thing I think about with Jake last year is that going into the year, both he or CJ, we didn't know. You don't know necessarily about their physical toughness, how they're going to handle getting banged around a little bit, because our quarterbacks don't get hit in practice. And then, obviously the highs and lows of his season, how do they deal with those things? So we know a lot more about him now. So obviously our expectation level for him is going to be a little different than it would be for a guy that hasn't played. I'm not going to say it's just like last year, because it's not quite just like last year, but it is in that, they'll both compete. And, Nick is further behind those guys, certainly. But, CJ did a lot of good things last year, and I would expect him to be a better player this spring than he was a year ago. And so we'll let those guys compete, and it should be great competition. They're both, they're both competitive guys. They're both good football players, and we're thrilled they're both on our team.